Hello everyone and welcome back to Mac Island. This is Mac Plays on Mac and we are now entering episode number 6. Just as a reminder, in the last episode we built a whole new neighborhood. We added high school and elementary school. We also added a bunch of industry and some offices. All of this was grown, and finally we added a bunch of residential, mostly some apartments and a bit of housing as well. Now, as we are still struggling to make some money with our new city, in this episode we're gonna work on getting to make some money using our utilities. Also, we are gonna improve some parks and add more details to previous high school. Try to make the map a bit look more coherent, since now we actually make a bit of money. Okay, let's now jump in it. We are gonna start this episode with building a park on this little island. We previously just had the road access. Now we're gonna build a whole park with some parking spaces and some hanging out area. I want to create a loop, a pathway creating a loop all over with the hill and down below at the water level, with some view and benches so people can just enjoy the view. It's gonna be like a health circuit where people can just jog around, run around, or have some physical activities. And here we're gonna have another gazebo with some barbecues and some picnic tables. To add some details, we're also gonna add some rocks a bit. We're gonna play around with this and like kind of this like central park, you know, when they have a bunch of rocks in the middle of the park. That's the idea I was going for, a little bit like a veggie. People can just hang out around here. Now we are gonna have some ground over here, and I'm gonna add a surface as well on the kids hanging out area. I was trying to find the right one, and after a few tries I think this one is the one that suits the best. I want to put a fence all around it because the water is right a few meters away, so I want to make sure that the kid is a safe place for the kids to be able to play here. Of course, we're gonna add some vegetation. I want the tree to be very young with some of the older ones still big, so we can see the difference in when they got planted. While I'm at it, I'm just gonna put more details around. So here, for example, on this fire station that I customized a while ago, I'm just gonna add here some marking to make sure that nobody stops over here. Now all of this is just minimal, so I'm not a big detailer, but here is a big part of this episode: how to make money. So this actually, I worked on it multiple times before doing it actually live for the video, to find out if it was doable before wasting all of my money, and I found out that actually it worked. The first time I had only 1 transformers, then I added 2 transformers, and now actually I can make it with 3 transformers. And that's the best way to get all of the energy that we're creating away. It took me a while to figure out all of this. I just want to say that this is not very realistic. They are way too close from each other, but this island is what I had to work with. Now, if you can see, it took me a while to figure out how many generators we needed. At first I had to look at all of the wind power just to see, like, are we losing anything, are we making everything that we can. Now how can I transport all of the energy? So this system is very interesting, and now you can see that I'm actually making money, although I'm not using all of my potential, so which tells me that I need to add an extra transformers over there. Now thankfully the transformers, all of this, it can, the one cable that I have can handle all of this, so I'm not gonna need to create an extra cable. And the same for going out of the city, out of the map. The one cable that I have is able to handle all of this, but this is actually the maximum amount of energy that I can transfer. If I want to do more, I will need to create a whole new power line. Fun fact, we are now a few months, and I'm talking about game month, after it when I'm recording this audio, and that's also when I recorded the at the end, you know, the sum up of everything that we built. And in here you can see that all of my windmills are on the actual island, but in that thing at the end you're gonna see a couple of them, and by a couple I mean about 10 of them, are underwater. So I do think that the level of water is constantly rising, and that's actually something that I saw at different places. So it kind of worrying me for the future of the build, but we'll see. Now we built this high school a while ago. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is one of our first high schools that we ever built, and then we added more capacity and more capacity as our city was growing, and now I'm gonna add a sport complex to it, an athletic complex. So we already had the swimming pool over there, but I think I want to extend it to an actual stadium and all of the things that goes with it. So first we're gonna add some trees and make a bigger buffer here, and I want to add some parking lot. So we're gonna use that system here with creating our own road with parking onto the side of it, just like this. Now, in the same way as we just did in the previous episode, I'm gonna build everything from scratch, so it's not gonna be the real deal. They're not gonna be able to use it, but still, hopefully it's gonna look good. So I'm gonna use the same decals as we had before. I do like them, and also the one with the chipper on the side actually don't fit, and they don't really look as much as a high school one as this one do like. I'm gonna have some tennis field over there. So this was kind of very weird. Every time I was building something onto it, they will keep disappearing. So you're gonna see me quite a few times just having to make them go back onto the right level. Like this, boom, just disappeared just like this, and it was kind of frustrating. So bear with me while we go through all of this. It's taking me a while to go through all of the props that we have. We do have access to a lot of prop, and actually while I record this, they just announced the region pack, so I'm so excited for so many new props that are coming to us. Now that being said, I'm a bit disappointed that the asset manager will not be coming with that new update, but it's one more step toward this, so this is incredible news. Alright, for the pitch field, so I was thinking about this one at first. It's actually very annoying because it needs to be perfect for the graphic to make sense, you know, to everything needs to be parallel and perpendicular, but I was thinking to do this and then to have this on the side just like this, but at the end I was like, well, why don't you just use this grass texture? And I think that's what we're gonna go for. Now I'm gonna put concrete path all around it and access to the basketball field, and here we're gonna build more parking lots using the same way, the same road tools and the same road that we created ourselves. Now I'm trying to fit as much parking as I can over here, and I did not do the math to see how big should we go to fit 4 of them, so I'm stuck with this amount. And what I wanted to do with this, then, because I'm stuck with this, I'm just gonna make it a little area, a little terrace, a little park where people can get food, they can tailgate, and they can just, it's like a park for people to hang out. We're gonna have some small trees all around, let them grow with the time, and I'm thinking about also at the end, we don't have it here, but having a fence all around this area just so it's secure and no kids just jump into the water over there. So another fun fact, while I was building all of this, I actually knew that extension, you know, were available with the athletic field, but the one that come with the original high school was way too big and couldn't fit here. But what I forgot is actually when you click on this one, you have a smaller one that actually would have fit perfectly here. And guess what? That asset would have actually had a positive impact on the whole area. But having built all of this already, I just said, well, never mind, I guess we'll do that next time. Now we just need to add some light onto the parking lot just to make sure it's a safe area. And now that we're done over there, we're gonna add more onto that neighborhood that we worked in the previous episode. We're gonna buy that tile here and just complete it with more commercial and some industrial as well. So I'm trying to figure out the road layout with something that would make sense, that doesn't connect to the arterial, so there is not too much traffic right away on it. And I want also to add some parking. I mean, this is obviously a place where people are going to be driving a lot, and unfortunately, the way I have my road, the parking lots don't really fit ideally onto it. They don't really either. You see, like they leave like one unit over there, or they're too big, or they're too small. So I went with different sizes. The medium one over here and there, and the long one on this other area. Hopefully they will match very well with what's getting built, and I'm gonna try to delete all of the buildings that come with their own parking lot if it doesn't make sense right next to the long or the medium parking lot next to them. Now I don't know how long this has been into the Move It. I am not sure that I was there since the beginning, but I was able to find a way to change the shortcut onto Move It, the hotkeys. Now, because before it used to be linked to the hotkeys from the actual game and not just the mod Move It, but because I was able to change this, now I can actually use it to raise segments of roads without crashing the whole game, and that's actually incredible. So for whatever reason, I still need to do it very often. It doesn't stick around when every time I reload the game, but I'm very happy I'm able to do this because now I can finally fix this road over there. I mean, it's not the best. I'm pretty sure I will be able to do better, but I was very happy to be able to finally make it look like it's working. Okay, now it's still a bit too low, so we're gonna raise them more, but that's the idea what I'm going for. I'm so happy about this. For couple episodes, 3 episodes, 4 episodes, this was just not working and we are just avoiding this error, but now it's finally working. Alright, it's finally that time of the episode to take a look at everything we built today. Not much, another short episode, but don't worry, there is another one coming very soon already, getting ready for you. Encore merci à tous. Thank you so much for everyone who watched this episode, especially the one who stay until the end. I really appreciate. This is such an exciting news to have the region pack coming right now. Actually, at the moment you're gonna see the video, I'm pretty sure it's gonna drop on the day after this. This is so exciting. I'm very happy. It's about a week behind, so expect to see this one in 2 weeks from now, but it's gonna be some great new content. Have a wonderful day. Au revoir et à bientôt. Bye bye.